Alright, so we're going to say at the very end of class. Please let me tell you the rules for multiplication. Alright, Tyler, are you ready? Give me one rule, Tyler. What's one rule for multiplication of integers? Positive times a negative is a what, Tyler? It's a negative. Good job. So positive times a negative is a negative. Guys, did you see that? It was amazing. Did you catch this? Is a dot the same as multiplying? Yeah. So again, the dot is the same as multiplying. What if I change this just exactly backwards of Tyler's? What if I do a negative times a positive? Do you know what that's going to be? Shout it out. What is it going to be? This one is a negative. So let's turn this into one rule. Are you ready? Look at it, guys. Point to the board. If you have two numbers with different signs, and we're multiplying, I'm going to say it again. If you have two numbers with different signs and we're multiplying, your answer is always negative. So, let me change up the colors. What if we have two numbers with the same sign? So, a positive times a positive is always going to be a, you are right, a positive. So, what about a negative times a negative? You are right. So, look. So we could do the same thing. So we went over this. Two numbers with different signs always comes out, when we're multiplying, comes out negative. Two numbers with the same sign when we're multiplying always comes out convenient, right? Okay. Ah, right here. Thank you for catching that. This seems to be an equal sign. Oh, blast. Yeah, thank you for paying attention. Okay, we are on page 15 in your notebooks. That very first example, I left lots of room for a picture. Are you ready? Now, I'm pretty dang sure you guys know the answer to this question. The question is 3 times 2. Hold up your fingers and answer me. With your fingers, what is 3 times 2? Show me. You were right, it is 6, right? We understand. That's 6. But what if you have to draw a picture? Do you know how to draw a picture of multiplication? Okay, start with the number line. So if it was my notebook, I would go from 0 to 6. So start with the number line, draw it in there, Jacob, draw it in there, Dan. Go from 0 to 6. This multiplication problem is 3 times 2, which we know is 6 because we are pros at multiplication. How do you draw a picture of that? It just means to add 3 groups of 2. So here's a group of 2, check, but that's only one group of 2. So start there and add another group of 2. Start there and add another group of 2, and it'll land you on 6. So there's a picture of it. Some of us are picture people. Some of us are just rules people. Let's make sure we're helping everybody out. How many of you have thumbs up just with one picture example? Does that make sense? Okay, let's go to the next one. What if it's negatives, though? So if it's negative, the exact same thing. However, guys, what did we talk about? Circle the question. What's a positive times a negative? It's always a negative. So what's the answer on this one? Negative. Okay, so on this one we start at 0, but this is 3 groups of -2. So there's a group of -2. Start where you stop. There's a group of -2. Start where you stop. There's a group of -2. So there's a picture of why this answer is -6 is the final one. Okay. All right, you guys move me out. Oh, I want to color this up so we can talk about it. All right. Hope you didn't see ahead. All right, let's look. Help me out. Guys, what's a positive 2 times a positive 2? You can shout it out. What's a positive 1 times a positive 2? 2. 0 times 2? 0. Good job. Negative 1 times positive 2? It's a -2, right? Good job. -2 times positive 2? And then a -3 times a positive 2? So final answer, -3 times a positive 2 is? Stop. Point to the board. Did anybody notice a pattern? Don't shout it out. Did anybody notice something as you fill out this table? Joel, what did you notice?
Positive 4, positive 2, positive 0, -2.
All right, so we've got 3 positive, 0, 3 negatives. That's definitely a pattern. What else did you notice as you filled out this box? Dylan, what did you notice?
It's counting by 2.
totally counting by twos. Guys, are we going up by twos or down by twos?
Down.
Okay, and that huge space in your awesome workbooks, right? Down by 2. Good job, good job. Okay, flip the page. Okay, you have this awesome table next. Fill in this table and then tell me for it. Again, fill in the table and then tell me what the pattern is. What's going on in this picture? Ready? Okay, I'm going to put anybody I want on the spot. So that means get some sweaty armpits. I'm going to call on people probably not with their arms up. My first question is, what is negative 3 times 3? I'm going to close my eyes so I have no idea. Callie, what's negative 3 times 3? Good job, Callie. She said negative 9. All right, I'll keep my back. You can't trick me. All right, so negative 3 times a positive 3 is 9. All right, negative 3 times 2, I got to think who's in the class real quick. Let's go with Talia. What's negative 3 times positive 2? Good job. All right, negative 3 times 1. How about Bridger? What is that one?
Bridger's not here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bridger. Good job, Bridger. All right, let's do class. Negative 3 times 0.
0.
Good job, class. Let's go with, let me scan real quick. Let's go with Josephine. What's negative 3 times negative 1?
It would be
3. Good job. Thank you for saying positive 3. All right, whole class. What's a negative 3 times a negative 2? Oh, is it positive 6 or negative 6? Positive 6. Be careful. Okay, the next box. I saw some of you already filling this out. I love that you're jumping ahead. Okay, let me show you what you can do in that middle type of product box. Okay, all you have to do right here, and it's good practice to show our work on our assignment. 3 times 2. That's a positive times a positive. Okay, shout it out. What is 3 times 2?
6.
And is 6 a positive or a negative? That's it. That's how you fill out this box. I'll do the next one with you just as another example. So this one is a positive times a negative. Positive times a negative is always a negative. And then back, guys, what is 3 times negative 2? There you go. Keep going. Fill in this table. All right, let's get Savannah. Savannah, tell me, I can fill in this part. So it's a negative times a positive. Savannah, tell me what is a negative times a positive? It's always a, thank you, Savannah. She said negative. And then what is a negative 3 times a positive 2? Thank you, Savannah. Okay, let's go Janessa. Are you ready? So Janessa, this is a negative times a negative. Janessa, what is a negative times a negative always? Positive. And then what's a negative 3 times a negative 2? Good job, Janessa. Good job. How about Jillian? Jillian, are you ready? All right, so this is a positive times a positive. Jillian, a positive times a positive is always a positive. Good job, Jillian. And then what's 6 times 3? Thank you. Let's go with Haley. Haley, you ready? Okay, so on number 10, that's a positive times a negative. So Haley, a positive times a negative is always a? Thank you, Haley. Negative. And then 2 times negative 5? Negative 10. Good job. Let's go with, how about Trey? Trey, are you ready? So this is going to be a negative times a positive. Trey, what's a negative times a positive always? Good job, Trey. And then he said negative. So now we've got negative 6 times positive 5. Good job. Be proud of yourself. Negative 30. All right, last one, guys. Let's do this one together. What's a negative times a negative?
Positive.
Perfect. So what is negative 5 times negative 3?
15.
Good job. How many of you got that whole box? Killed it. Good job, good job. Okay. 15. So skip in your notes to number 15. I'm going to color over this and let's do it together. So number 15, it says, can you put those rules together now that we've done all these examples and we talked about the rules before. So 15 letter A says, what happens, let me look at Dayton's real quick. It says, write a general rule for multiplying if the 2 integers have the same sign. If they have the same sign, don't say it out loud. It always comes out. Write it down. Again, if 2 integers have the same sign, when we multiply, it always comes out. Okay, now you can whisper it. What is it? Good whispering. It is a positive. All right, letter B. I want to make sure I say it exactly like on your notes. Let me look at Jacob's. Letter B, it says, write a general rule for multiplying two integers with different signs. Don't say it out loud. Write it in your books. If they have different signs when you multiply, it always comes out as a, don't say it out loud. Write it down. Okay, in your best grandma voices, tell me, what is it? I love it. Negative. Negative, negative. Okay, next. I am giving you a whopping 22 seconds to get a piece of paper out. Ready, set, go. On your piece of paper, let's do top left. Let's make sure we're just, so we know what to look for when we're correcting the next day. So guys, we're correcting this on Tuesday. So maybe let's write that too. I think that'll be helpful. So multiplying integers. Let's put due Tuesday. Tuesday 9/6. Don't forget to put your name on it. So maybe name can go top right corner. Sure. Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got a title and your name somewhere, we'll call it good. Showing your work today is like the easiest day of showing your work. So let's do an example together. So on your piece of paper, will you please write example? Okay, let me make up a problem. What if we have the problem 11 next to -2? First, they need a hand in the air. What does that mean when they're next to each other? Bless you. Caitlin, what does it mean?
11 times.
It means 11 times -2. Here's how you show your work. Are you ready? It's super easy. Showing your work today, I just want you to tell me about negatives and positives. So this 11, is it a positive or a negative? Positive, so you put positive times -2 is a negative or a positive. Negative, and then tell me what that is. A positive times a negative is always a negative. That's how you show your work today. So you've got to copy the problem, show your work, but now you have to answer it and circle it. So shout it out. What is 11 times -2? There you go. And then you circle your answer. Review 3 things today. Copy the problem. I did it in blue. We made it up. Show your work. I did it in yellow. We made it up. Answer it and circle it. Thumbs up. Easiest directions ever. Easiest show your work ever. Okay, you ready to copy? Here comes the problem. If it was, okay, Brooke's question was, do we have to copy fast? I would say copy them first and then go back and answer them, just in case. Quite a while. I'll keep them up there for a while.